Himalayan ranges we are studying. In that, two ranges we have completed. One is Himadri, that is the topmost, northernmost range of Himalayas, which is also known as Greater Himalayas. The second one, middle or lower Himalayas, or it is also called Himachala Himalaya, which is to the south of Himadri. And the last range, that is Shiwaliks, which is to the south of the lesser Himalayas, and it is also called outer Himalayas. These Shiwaliks are the last range of the Himalayan mountains. It formed last stage of the formation of the Himalayas. Here it is extended 2400 kilometers from Part-4 plateau to Brahmaputra Valley. Look at here. It is location of Part-4 Valley, Part-4 plateau, which is in Pakistan. From there to Arunachal Pradesh here. So 2400 kilometers length it is. So there is a hogback appearance towards the north of the Shiwaliks. What is meant by hogback? A steep side slope to the north of Shiwaliks. And this Shiwaliks are 50 kilometers width at Himachal Pradesh. 50 kilometers width here. And 15 kilometers width in Arunachal Pradesh. 50 kilometers width it is at Himachal Pradesh, and 15 kilometers width at Arunachal Pradesh instead. There is a gap of 80 to 90 kilometers. How much? 80 to 90 kilometers gap in this ranges, in this Shivalik range. Okay. And in this gap, we see there is a valley formed by TsAp river. Dear students, here is the location of TsAp river between Bhutan and Sikkim, and its average elevation is 600 meters to 1500 meters from the sea level. Okay, it means that its average height is lower to the average height of Himadri, or not? And these Shivaliks once obstructed the rivers flowing from the Greater Himalayas. We know that. This is second most range, that is Middle Himalayas. To its north, this is Greater Himalayas. So when rivers flowing towards south, those are obstructed by the Shivaliks instead. And those rivers, while flowing down, that means towards south, They have cut the surface and brought the silt and sedimentation. Those are deposited in this Shiwaliks and they turn to lakes. After many years, these lakes are dried up when these lakes cut the Shivaliks and flown towards further down. So when lakes dried up in the Shivaliks, they turn to dunes and duas. Dunes or duns, we call it. And another is formed to the east of this Shivalik ranges, that is Dars. What that? Dars. To the east side, Dars, and to the west side, duns are formed. One famous dun is Dehradun. Okay, that is located in Uttaranchal. It is 75 kilometers long and 15 to 20 kilometers width is there. Which one? Dehradun, which is located in the Uttaranchal. Okay, so duns or duns and doras are formed in the Shivaliks. Okay, in the initial stage, there the rivers flowing from the greater Himalayas, they led to formation of lakes in the Shivaliks, and these lakes try to cut the Shivaliks. In that process, they cut off and flown towards dawn, so that those lakes dried up and formed dunes in the west, and at the east what you call duras are formed. One famous dun is what? Dehradun. This is located in Uttaranchal. Where is Uttaranchal? Huh? This is Uttarakhand, we call, that is Uttaranchal. So there is the location of Dehradun. Okay, and the eastern boundary of the Himalayas we find at the Brahmaputra instead. This is the water. Look at here. This is the eastern boundary of the Himalayas. That is called Brahmaputra Valley. What is that? Brahmaputra Valley instead. It is in Arunachal Pradesh. Back of the Dehang Valley. Here Dehang Valley also there. Dehang. What is there? Dehang Valley is there. So there we see Brahmaputra Valley instead. Which valley? Brahmaputra. In India, we call it Brahmaputra. In Tibet, it is called Zangbo. I am drawing it, you see that. Here, Manas Sarovar lake is there. Here. There, the river Zangbo originates, flows through the Tibet, enters in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. In Arunachal Pradesh, in Assam, then Arunachal Pradesh after Assam. In Assam, it is called Brahmaputra Valley. Okay, and this Himalayan mountains takes the shape of a hairpin bend. What is that? Hairpin bend. And drawing the Himalayan mountains here. Look at here. This is the shape. How is the shape? In this way it is there. It is a hairpin bend. Understand? So Himalayas takes hairpin bend in the eastern part of India and moves towards south direction. Okay, in which direction? South direction. That what we call Purvanchals. Understand? What we call Purvanchals instead. Let me show you that. Okay, look at here. This is what to call easternmost boundary of the Himalayas instead. Next here, see that. What is Dun? That is a valley lying between lesser Himalayas and Shiwalik ranges. Okay, this is a dun in Himalayas. Dehradun. This is Dehradun. Okay, what do you see here? What is a dun? Huh? It is a flat bottom valley, right? Look at here. How is this a flat surface is there? Okay, so a flat bottom valley. It is V-shaped, so that it is called valley. So where the surface is flat, in the valley, that is called dun or dun. So this is what Dehradun instead. Next, I'll show you that the Brahmaputra Valley, in the eastern part of India. Okay, see, this is what to call Brahmaputra Valley. Okay, where it is located, eastern part of India instead. So the Himalayas are acting as the eastern boundary of India. So eastern boundary of the Himalayas we call Brahmaputra Valley here. It takes hairpin shape. Which hairpin shape? Let me draw that one. See, look at here. I am drawing, right? On the map I have drawn. Again I am drawing here. Look at here. What is the shape? It is hairpin shape. Which hairpin shape. Understand? So this is the north and moving towards south in the northeastern states, where Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura, Manipur, these states are there. So in these states, from north to south direction, the Himalayas extended in the shape of hairpin bend. Purvanchals are called with different names in different parts of the northeastern states. Let me show you. Okay, these are the what Purvanchals. Look at here. What do you see here? Northeastern states. Okay, in northeastern states, these Purvanchals are called with different names. Patkai Hills here in Assam. Naga Hills in Nagaland. Okay, Khwasi Hills in what to call Meghalaya here, right? And Mizo Hills in Mizoram. These are the names given to the Purvanchals in different states. Okay, which is in the shape of a hairpin bend. How is the shape? Hairpin bend. Okay, which is extended in northeastern states from north to south direction, from north to south direction. Okay, which are called Purvanchals. Instead, they are called with different names in different places instead. So Purvanchals, see what Patkai Hills, Naga Hills, Manipuri Hills in Manipur, Mizo Hills in Mizoram, Khwasi Hills in Meghalaya instead. So these are the different names given to that one. Okay, so here it is about the Purvanchals instead. So the last part of the Himalayas, we have discussed the Shivalik range and that thing. Let us see that what is the importance of the Himalayas instead. Do we have any importance with the Himalayas, right or not? Where do we find Himalayas? In the northern part of India, right? So these formation of Himalayas influences the Indian climate in many ways. Here we know that the Himalayas are there. Okay, let me draw here. These are Himalayan mountains, right? So what is the importance of these Himalayan mountains, right? Do you know that these Himalayan mountains, okay, are the reason for protection of India? Okay, it is what is there here? China is there, so they cannot attack easily on India. So Himalayan mountains protect us from foreign invasions. If they want to attack, they have to cross the what? Himalaya. This is what the first benefit advantage. Second thing is that in winter, the cold winds coming from the Central Asia, understand? Cold winds which are coming from the Central Asia are obstructed by the Himalayan mountains. Okay, it stops the cold winds coming from the what? Central Asia. Okay, what happens if these Himalayan mountains are not present here? India would have turned to cold desert, as the cold winds are passing to the India from the Central Asia when there is no Himalayan mountains instead. So Himalayas helping us in avoiding the water cold what you call cold winds passing to the what India. So it stops the what cold winds coming from the Central Asia, right? In summer, what happens in summer? Next point, right? You know that southwest monsoons brings rainfall. This is a north direction. uh, Let me draw here. Please look at here. This is north and south down, east, west. So from southwest direction, what are passing in summer? Southwest monsoons. These southwest monsoons are obstructed by the Himalayas. Okay, so that the southwest monsoons mm, doesn't pass the Himalayas. They cannot cross. They rises up and gives rainfall on the Indian subcontinent. So Himalayas are the reason for summer rains instead. Yeah. So with this we have monsoon type of a climate. What is the climate of India? Monsoon type of climate is there in India. Understand? So what would have happened if Himalayas are not present there? The southwest monsoons have passed from the India to the Central Asia, so that India would have turned to drier region, a desert in summer. Understand? After the summer we have rains. So how do we get rains? Because the southwest monsoons passing the what passing to the Indian subcontinent touches the Himalayas and turns back, so that we get rainfall in the northeastern part of India, heavy rainfall, and western part of the India we see what a heavy rainfall. Understand? Right? So because of the Himalayas, we have monsoon type of a climate. Understand? If these are not present, India would have turned to drier region, right? And due to the Himalayas, there are river Ganga. Here, look at here, river Ganga, river Indus, and its tributaries, then river Brahmaputra. All these three rivers, Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, they originate at the Himalayas, and they bring water to the what to call northern plains. So Himalayas are the reason for perennial rivers, right? Those rivers are fed by the glaciers, right? And these rivers brought fine silt and deposited at the foot of the Shiwaliks that led to formation of the Indo-Gangetic plains, right? The northern plains are very fertile due to the Himalayan rivers, as Himalayas are present there. So these are the importance of the water Himalayas.